I'm Bryce, and we have Julian Casablancas from the band on Zoom right now. Welcome to the show, man. And hey, I got to ask, there's some cereal in the background that people probably want to know. What's your cereal of choice?
It's a mixture. Cocoa Krispies and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What's the review?
I mean, it is perhaps the greatest chocolate milk making flavor of all time.
Wow, okay. Stellar endorsement.
I think it's like the combo is...
So wait, are you combining both boxes? You're really doing that? It's like a graveyard soda situation?
Well, there's something about the way it mixes. I don't know. I don't know how I discovered it, but it's kind of like can't be beat.
Is that a long time thing for you?
It's just kind of nomadic hotel life, so I don't have to seek out food all the time. I just get like cereal, the milk in the empty hotel room, and then I don't have to leave the room like Howard Hughes. I can just kind of...
Hell of a life. Let's also say congrats on the album. It's a little bit old now. You know, I can't say it's like a new baby, but got to be a little weird for you to pick a title like The New Abnormal and then have everyone talking about the quote unquote new normal, right?
Yeah, it was a wise title.
I mean, did you not feel oddly prescient at that point? Because that was before COVID.
The title was actually, it was like those crazy Malibu fires. Basically everything burned around the studio that we were. There was like a protective orb around Shangri-La. There was a map of where the fire was, and there's just like a little like circle right around Shangri-La that didn't burn down. So yeah, that was like something I think the governor had said or something about the fires. And it was cool. It had a cool universal ring to it too, which proved to be, it's
universal. Sure.
Yes, applied to many things. Yes.
Right. So talk to me about how writing has changed for you over time. Obviously, the band's been around for a minute. You've been writing songs as a solo artist with the Voids. Are there always more songs to write?
I'm still, on a mission, trying to kind of inspire and create inspiration towards...
So you're just free
will. At the same time, I'll say for a better tomorrow.
Cool.
I think things like, Star Wars, Thriller, things that are artistically valid and popular create, waves of inspiration that leads to a lot of good in the world. And essentially, even though the path is artistic, I think the quest is political.
Do you write other things? Like, I imagine you having like a bunch of notebooks, or maybe it's on your iPad mini. Do you have just like poems or like literature? Or, like, would you write a book?
Yeah, I write a lot of random stuff. I have just notes and some of it are lyrics, some of it are political things, some of it are, reminders to call my mom, grocery lists, you name it. But I have a lot of paper everywhere, as you can probably see in the background. But yeah, I've got like probably hundreds of songs, to be honest. It's just finding the kind of money, time, and team to go in and do it efficiently and well.
Right. And so then do you like have different folders? You're like, this is a Void song. This is a Stroke song. This is, I don't know what this is, but I want to save it for a rainy day. Is that sort of how you do it, or what?
I used to do that, but then I just had too many songs. So essentially I just have like sessions of, they're all like notes and they're like videos in my phone. I have songs everywhere. I don't really put a title on it. I just record them. And then honestly, the Strokes and the Voids they both have their own kind of songwriting engines now that are kind of separate. I try not to write songs anymore. Because I can kind of write so much and I don't have time to record it, and it's getting frustrated. So when we're working on Strokes things, I can just add to that. And when we're working on Voids things, I can just add to that all day. So they're kind of independent nowadays.
I'll be honest with you, full disclosure, I started this show and I got a little drunk afterwards. It was like 1 a.m. and I was walking through the Lower East Side and I saw this guy that looked a lot like you. And I was just like, who's this Julian Casablancas looking motherfucker? And it was you. And I was a little drunk and I shouldn't have done this, but I was like, hey, are you? And you were like, yes. I don't know if you remember this, but you definitely told me that you had new music from Voids coming. So I guess that's where I was like digging.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember.
Like, why is this stranger coming up to me in COVID? Yeah, because I'm that asshole. Yeah, for sure.
No. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, there's a song. There's a Voids. There's a song coming out soon, actually, probably before the end of the year, to be honest.
And the last one was like a collab with Kieran and Mac. Is there more of that in the future? Kind of like bringing new people into the world, or?
No, unfortunately not. I mean, that was a really fun, cool thing. And honestly, I have a list of collabs that I want to do that's pretty long.
Are you Go ahead. Sorry. You really want what?
Oh, no. Ish from Shabazz Palaces. Really want to do a song with him. And I don't know. Really want to do a song with like Stevie Wonder or Frank Ocean. Because I have these like songs that are for very good singers, and I'm not one. So I feel like
we'll put that out into the.
I don't know. Yeah, there's so many random things I want to do. What's that?
You said, yeah, okay. Well, we'll put that out in the universe, and we'll see what comes back. How's that?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it.
I love it. Use me as a utility. Do you ever do anything?
Use my body as a vessel, and then guard of the carcass when you're done with it.
What about fashion, man? You're really like obviously like hip, stylish guy. You've always been like had a really good sensibility. I'm sort of surprised you've never dabbled in that world.
For me, it's always been something that is not important to my soul. I think when I started getting into music, I realized it's like becoming a magician, the sleight of hand, that you look at what kind of belt the guy on stage is wearing, what kind of shoes he's wearing, what kind of guitar, like you kind of, it affects how you hear music, unfortunately. Even though there's a part of me that just wants it to be like pure, blind, sonic bliss. There's a whole visual component to the illusion of music. And so that's kind of why I started, caring about what I wore and all that. So it's really just part of the music job description, really. All
right. I think we have to wrap up here, but do you have anything that you want to say? I mean, you don't pop up often, but is there anything that you touched on politics? I don't know if you're, something like everybody should go Google this and go read about this or something like that.
God.
The world's your oyster, man.
That's funny. What was that? What was I saying? What was I asking Siri before? Oh, I was going to say, Siri, who killed Laura Palmer? No, I don't know. I mean, I would say, I think that power is for sale, and that people should consider that truth is not a tactic. If anything, it's probably a handicap. But there's no struggle, there's no progress, so you can stay relevantly hopeful. But also, have we really, as a species, discussed and agreed on what our values are? I mean, we don't really, it seems like the most important thing that we just kind of, is it enlightenment? Is it, God, I don't know, is it community values? But because basically what it is money equals happiness, right? That's kind of like the unsaid value. But I mean, sure, profit motive is fine, but is that really the highest value we want to have? I don't know.
I don't know either.
These are all things I think our phone pumps in. I mean, we talk about special interests, that own Congress, and that's bad and all that, but it's the same people that are advertising and pumping news into our phones, and everything we talk about, stories of the day, are all kind of sponsored by all these special interests. So I don't know. Do we want to awaken to that and stop watching corporate news? I mean, where do I begin? Those are all the topics that off the top of my head.
Cool, man. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time, Julian. I appreciate it. If you ever want to just call into the radio, I know you're a fan of the radio, the medium. We're here.
Okay, cool. You're the spokesman. I dig that.
Of all
I'll hit you up when there's new music. I'll give you the.
I'll find you in the streets. How's that?
I'll pass you a CD next time I see you.
Cool, man. Thanks again.
Happy holidays.